How are new energy technologies affecting the global system and foreign affairs? We are talking about battery technologies, solar collectors, about all kinds of infrastructure elements that are contributing to where we are moving in the next decade or two. And this is because most countries on the planet made a deliberate decision. This is towards electrification of our whole society and also the shift from fossil fuels to renewable energies. These are geothermal, wind, solar, but also nuclear and some potential space-based systems. In combination, that means we have a totally different energy mix and also different flows of energy across border or of contributing factors. For example, since renewable energies are intermittent, or most of them, geothermal isn't, it's available everywhere and it is constantly providing energy, we just need to generate it. But the most important ones are wind and solar that are intermittent. We need to store them on a grid level if we want to use and power our devices. These devices themselves need batteries, whether these are the billions and hundreds of billions of devices of the IoT, so these very tiny sensors, or whether these are trucks or cars or whatever other equipment we're using in our life. This means that we will need to figure out where to get all the raw materials for these new batteries and new storage mechanisms and new kind of solar energy generating capabilities. And this will mean a shift of the energy supply flows from, let's say, the Middle East to South America or to Australia or Africa. But it will not just be a one-time shift, it will be a continuous dynamics here, because almost every day we're developing new ways, new kinds of batteries, new ways of storing energy, new ways of generating energy more efficiently using different new materials. And we can use quantum computing and artificial intelligence to help discovering even new ways. So all of this changes constantly the energy mix. And it definitely impacts the way then shipments across the globe will happen. Now, on top of this, what we are doing is we're generating most of this energy, of this new energy, locally. So we get a localization of energy generation through wind and solar, and we store a lot of that locally. This adds resilience on multiple levels. First, we now have fossil fuels, we have wind, we have solar, we may have geothermal and some component of nuclear. Then we store it locally, we store it in our devices, we develop microgrids to manage the distribution locally, and all of this creates resilience because we have diversity of the energy mix and we have a better localized distribution mechanisms. This is a very positive development, but it is not the only one that is going to affect us in the future. The other one is that we have made recently breakthroughs in fusion energy and in space-based solar power. And we continue to do so. And tens of billions of dollars from private organizations and from governments are going into this. It looks like within about a decade we will have the first functional power plants, both in the space-based solar side, but also for fusion energy online. And probably, if we choose to do so, within another decade, we could have a widespread adoption of some of these energies. This raises the potential for abundant energy, and we can deliver some of this energy like space-based solar, similar to geothermal. One is above us, the other one below us. This is available at any point on the surface of the planet. So suddenly we get a different kind of dynamics on how to generate energy, how to distribute it, how to build resilience, and how to deliver it to any point on the planet's surface. If you want to find out more about these topics, check out foreignaffairsforum.org, and particularly Tectonic Essentials for Foreign Affairs, a course in which I dive into some of these aspects more in detail. Also, please subscribe here for more of these videos, and check out tectonicedge.com, because this is where I offer more analysis about technology. Thank you.